Okay, back again. This is gonna probably come in as a part 3. This is a long reading. Anytime I do a personal reading for myself, listen, it can go on. I remember when I first got into tarot, I done a reading, 2 days. 2 days. I deciphered the energy that I was feeling that was around me, deciphered it. I saw things then that's taking place right now, to the way I deciphered it, because I taught myself from the very beginning to understand what the cards are showing me, even in the chaos, regardless, whether it means that at the time when I was first doing readings and I used to do text readings, my kids would be running all around me. No problem, because that's who they are, that's what they do. You understand? That's how they explore. Sometimes it can come over wrong, of course, but out of it, I understand in order for me to do this, I have to become in balance with this. You understand? This and this. So I taught myself to kind of read in that manner. So I've been gone for some time now, because like I said, this reading, what I've come to understand, this reading is in real time. And when I mean real time, I mean earthly real time. This is happening now. This is recent past, now, or what's not known that's coming towards, and what's coming. And what's coming is brand new beginnings, abundance, approvals in real time. Let me tell you. Yeah, whilst I was just sitting there, because I've been kind of just on the phone and sending out emails and whatnot. Yeah. But whilst I was doing that, I was just uploading onto my computer, ready to upload onto YouTube. So in the meantime, listen, so much clarity, like I want to clarify this 10 of Cups here. I wrote that down. But so much clarity has come to me. It's unbelievable how much clarity has come to me today. Going back to video, I don't even know if it's 1 or 2 now. And I spoke about, I think it was 1, and I spoke about asking a question back in 1990. And 26 years later, I asked the question again, but with more passion and more wisdom and more understanding. And within 7 days, my cries were heard and answered. Upheavals, upside down, bittersweet, with inner understanding, understanding, overstanding. But either way, I understood, you know, what it was all about. The pieces of the puzzle just began. That's when I first drafted my book, from more or less beginning to end. Drafted, handwritten, within a couple of weeks. Just automatic writing, releasing, understanding, understanding. So much clarity coming. And today's another day for me. And as I was sitting there on the phone, I was just staring at the table, staring at the reading and all of that. And I realized 333. One thing I didn't do though is Google the spiritual. I can't remember. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, yeah, because Wednesday, how you wanna look at it, is the 3rd day. We're on the 3rd day of the 3rd month. 333. 1 second. Yeah. But as I was going on, again, I was shuffling my own deck, because every morning I pull a deck from I pull a card for myself from my own oracle deck. Good things come in threes. Yeah, so that's what I was just reading off of the computer. So anyway, the card that came out to me was just listen. Just listen. And as I said that, I kind of sat up in my chair and whatnot, and I was just there, and I was just listening. Tapping into the energy within myself, just listening. Then I kind of said, you know what, I'm ready to do a reading. But as I went in, one of my favorite ever time readers, the Virgo 2222 was on. So I said, alright, I have to go in. And just as I was about to say Grand Rising, I heard, just listen. Literally. So I just listened. I just sat back and I listened. And let me tell you, so much facts. You know when you listen, like I say to people, I when I hear, I when I listen, me I hear. I when I look, me I see. And I heard so much confirmation and clarity come to me all at once, like it was just like, whoa, connection, confirmation in so many ways. It's unbelievable. But like she said, you understand, sometimes, and I got a reading that I put out a few weeks back, and it says you have to seek refuge, or you have to seek solitude in your refuge. That's where you're going to find the answers. That's where I found my answers. You understand? That's when I tapped within myself. I knew I wasn't all that these people were trying to project onto me. I knew. I 100% knew. Nobody was fooling me. Never did. You understand? More fool them if they thought they were fooling me. You know them ones there? More fool them. But mommy and daddy didn't raise no fool. Me I know idiots in this life. Smart, not hard. Smart, not hard. But every moment is a learning, is a growth. Some people don't learn within the situation that they're in, but you have to learn, you have to live, and you have to learn, especially if you've got a younger generation, children looking up at you, because now you have to live by example. They do what they see, just like our parents did. They did what they saw. You understand? And I learned that quickly in life. So I made a conscious decision to make a change. But along the way, hurdles and hurdles and hurdles. Earth angel chasers, earth angel chasers. But one thing I would always remain, and that's true to myself, and the extensions of me, and that's my children. You understand? So when that red light goes off inside, listen, I pay attention to the highest energy within. So I had the confirmation that I got today. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful for the download. I'm forever grateful for, yeah, you understand? Just listen. That was the download. Just listen. So I did. What else did I write down there? That confirmations, long overdue. No need to always have the answers. You don't need to always have the answers to those questions. Not always. And let me tell you this. God's always on time. 30 years it took for the question that I made in 1990 to be brought into fruition for me. Then how can I realize, 30 years for me to realize the answer was within me the whole time. You understand? I always had a confidence within me. Queen of Wands within. I always knew. That's why the magician said in the upright. Because I always knew my capabilities. Like I said in the last video. Always knew my capabilities. I always knew I was that glue. Coming up for my own roots going forward. When I had this energy, this hair, this is the after tarot, this hair, I wasn't even who I am today. Right now today, in this time I was just who I was, mommy and me and mommy, you know them ones, me, myself and I. Now, listen, that's extended. In this time, I'm now what do I call NA? I'm an NA right now. New age nan. I got no problem if my grandson wants to call me nanny, because I'm a new age nan. I am who I am. You understand? And that's who I am. I'm a new age nan. So nothing's changed. Listen. Let me go back to this a second though. It says there's power in numbers. Numbers are everywhere in our lives. If you ever notice that you keep seeing the same number sequence everywhere you turn, chances are it's not by accident. Numerologists are spiritualists know. The universe communicates with us through numbers. In fact, you can say that the universe itself is a creation of numbers. From the geometric patterns to the calendars that govern our concept of time. What makes the number 333 so special is an angel number, a divine sign sent straight from the angelic realm. If you see it, embrace it. It signals something very important is about to manifest in your life, and you'll want to understand its significance as fully and as deeply as possible. The number 3 is one of the most powerful numbers in the universe. In fact, it holds special significance in many parts of the shared existence: mind, body and spirit, animal, vegetable, mineral, past, present, future. You get the idea? The number 3 plays a hugely important role. We even see it in religion from the Holy Trinity. Alright, let me pause a minute. Going back to the seasons I did. Holy Trinity, this is a family affair. That's the title. You understand? Alright, listen. This is a personal reading and the downloads are coming in for me fast. This is going to be a long reading. As I was reading that, I heard this is going to be broken down into 3 videos. And you see the last video? That's when I'm going to use the after tarot. So that's what's coming, or that's where you are right now, because this is in real time. This is in real time. Believe me and you, everything I just read, it applies to this reading. It applies to what's going on in life right now. And I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. Like, this is not no procrastination energy no more. This is work in process. This is time will tell. All is gonna be revealed. All is gonna be revealed. This is contentment. Right now, I've got a ball in my throat right now. I'm emotional. I'm hella emotional for whoever this is, because it's a whole new beginning. It's beyond ordinary. Let me just say it's beyond ordinary. But let me just keep on reading. The number 3 plays a hugely important role. We even see it in religion, Holy Trinity, Christianity, to the Great Triad. That's what I was going to say, because within that, alright then look, Triple Gem, Buddhism. Alright then look, when I done the reading, I tapped in with all of my intentions and focus on the younger generation, having a particular younger generation person in mind. Yeah? Who just kept on flying up in my psyche, and for a couple of weeks I kind of was doing other things, you know, because my grandson was soon to be born, X, Y, and Z, ending of the year, and tying up loose ends and whatnot. So I kind of was ignoring that push to do the reading. But when I did tap in, nothing is a mistake. You understand? When I did tap into the energy, yeah, I picked up on an air energy. A night of air. Yeah, but it was an energy of it was a young energy. That was the very first reading. But it showed that there was a child or a young energy that was concerned about disappointing their father and moving on. And then as I was doing that reading, let me talk about that. As I was doing that reading, the downloads were flying to me as I was going to do it and what it was going to be all about. And I realized whatever was at the bottom of the deck, was going to be like, you know, like when you're watching soap operas and them things, you get a cliffhanger. Well, that's what was coming next. So that would be the focus of my next reading. And I was very much drawn to using past life cards. So there was an association to this being a closing of a generational past life pattern, way of being, way of thinking, you know. So that was within the first season. Then it moved on to the awakening of Snow White. There was an energy of shimmering, and I knew full well that I was tapping into partly my energy, 100%. Each and every one of them readings I can take from, as well as I know others have taken from too. So this is a collective energy that's circulating right now with the different shifts that we're feeling right now. It's like a quantum leap energy. A quantum leap, that's what I do. I quantum leap through different situations and different scenarios. That the Most High guides and protects me, that I just get shimmers of experience is enough to get me to this point of understanding and inner wisdom that was being blocked. It was definitely being blocked, but that's being unblocked as we speak in real time. And then the last one, which is, I think I didn't even know if I went on to 4, I went on to 3, so there's that number 3 again. I ended it on the warrioress of Little Red Riding Hood. Although I have tapped into another energy, there was another one I did, No Need to Wonder No More. It was a kind of Little Mermaid energy and more. The Wizard of Oz also. When I was a child, I used to watch all of those kind of cartoons like on replay. I used to get on my brother's nerves. I would watch The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe over and over and over and over again. Literally, as it finished, I pressed the rewind button with the video back in them days there and play again. Like I was fascinated by the fairy tale. I was fascinated from a child with very innocent understanding to it all. But now I've got the wisdom to understand the hidden truths behind that in the wardrobe, you know? Being able to understand my intuition and listen to what's not being said and getting the answers I need from that. Just like I did in 1990 when I always lived subconsciously, never asking the question why. I never asked why. The answers will come to me when in due time. In due time. It says the number 3 is a pillar of growth and development and is simultaneous with strength, since strength is the ultimate required to grow. But seeing 3s in a row takes the meaning to a whole new height. Check out the forthcoming interpretations of the angel number 333 and see what messages the angels are trying to send to you. Seeing 3 repeatedly is a sign that change is on the horizon, so get excited. I'm excited, trust me. Alright. All you need to do is ask the angels for guidance and you will receive it. Again, like I said in, I believe it was either video 1 or video 2, part 1 or part 2 of this. Trust that whatever decision you make is protected and will lead you to growth you need in your life, whether it's asking for a raise, starting a new career, or moving to a new city. The new change will leave you in a better place than where you started. If something has been weighing on your mind, seeing 333 could mean that it's time to make a decision, but the outcome depends on how aligned you are with the universe. Total tuned in, on track, do a happy dance. Seeing 333 is super positive. In fact, you can take that 333 and transform it into a powerful 999 energy, which is associated with the transitions and new beginnings smile. Okay, you've made the right choice and peace in bringing closure to the situation. Out of alignment, time to do double. That 333 could potentially turn into 666 energy, leave you feeling less inspired. Think of angel number 666 as gentle poke from the angels that it's time to re-examine your life choices. In this scenario, hard lessons may need to be learned and growth can be uncomfortable. Breathe. You'll get through this. Simply get quiet. Get quiet. You hear that? Simply get quiet. Listen to your heart. Ask your angels for guidance and base your decisions on love. get quiet and imagine that. And I got this download from this morning when I pulled it from my own card. Just listen, and it's coming and telling me again now when I got the numbers 333 from just the day we're on, Wednesday, March the 3rd. Now something's just popped up on my screen, so I can't even read the rest of it without interfering with the other. But anyway, yeah, let me go back in. Again, like I said, in real time, approvals. But like I said, I want to clarify this 10 of cups because I was staring straight at it, just couldn't stop at the 10 of cups here. Yeah, man, whatever this is, it's going to bring peace, it's going to bring harmony to you. Whatever this past energy is about, I don't know, but it feels, going back to the song I was channeling, one of my own songs, it's potent. Again, and there's another thing, I'm going to read the Nightingale as well. I was reading the Nightingale. Look at that. Come on. I've got butterflies, somersaults. Find the monkey down there with the pentacle. Honestly, look at the monkey with the pentacle. My eye just drew on it. Yeah. Monkey, see monkey do. Someone's trying to be like you. That's what I just heard. Monkey, see monkey do. Someone's trying to be like you. Tell me more about this 10 of cups. What's 10 of cups energy? So someone's having to leave for that new beginning. That's having to leave. Seeking solitude within your refuge. Literally. Go and look at that reading. Every single one of these readings, I'm realizing is in alignment with each other. It's like a series within itself. Spiritual personal growth. Having to run for that new beginning. Come rain or shine. That emergency exit. Come rain or shine. For that spiritual personal growth. This new beginning. You've always had the strength. Let me talk, you understand, this is a personal reading. I've always had the strength. I've always had this alchemist energy that I don't ask why, I just do. It might not make sense to somebody else, but me personally, always follow the highest energy within myself, and I'm always stayed in the right direction, always guided and protected. Why? Because I've got a pure heart, pure intentions. Loyal to who's loyal to me, and I survive against the rest. No apologies. The only people I have to apologize is to myself and to my children for making some choices that I should have made better choices on. You understand? And I'll leave that there. Tell me more about this sun energy. I've got some songs here that I've written during out this whole of this time, since call it like 2002. Then I stopped in 2008. I couldn't write music again. I had a blockage. Couldn't even make a poetry. And, oh yeah, I'm just reminded now to read this. If you go back to the other video, you'll notice when I pulled the animal spirit card, Nightingale was at the bottom of the deck. Still is. See, yeah? Nightingale, bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm going to read this in a minute. Forgot what I was even saying. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's it. I had a blockage. Yeah, couldn't write. Do you know when I started writing? 2017. The Fundy Feet era. You have to go back and look at the other two videos to understand what I'm saying. You understand? And I started writing music again. 4 days. 4 days I was in my car. Morning, night. Before and after. You understand? 4 days. And I wrote a song within around minutes, 10 minutes, just before entering into the house on one of the particular days. You understand? I never realized at the time that it was actually a download because I had no interest in tarot. Wisdom, yes, tarot, it was never in my mind to say. You understand? I was brought here, guided here. Let me say, I was guided here, and I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. But the reason the reason that reminded me of that was the Nightingale card. Listen to this. It says fearless voice, speech, communication. I remember the communication came out. That would be video 1. Yeah. Or song. I remember this is an almost personal reading. This is about me. And for anybody that resonates with it, take the advice, take the oracle advice from these readouts. It says, the song of the nightingale is overworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, amongst that black sheep of the family energy, that not fitting in with everybody else, different. Like I said in one of my other videos, I just always knew that there was something different about me. I was humble enough to understand that I wasn't better than nobody. You understand? But I just weren't like anybody else. I didn't know how to describe myself other than I used to say, I'm just a different kind of chick. And just laugh, and just smile with it. Of birds transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is within us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing it. Reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. The card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sing, speech, freely, with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. You understand? To bring into balance, music. Do you understand? Like, I understand. I fully understand. It never came out in the spread because, alright, then it says, when out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. By nature, people would say I'm shy. People who don't know me would say I'm shy. People who know me would know that I'm observant. And certain situations can, when I really tap into my intuition, can put a lump in my throat. Of course it can, and it triggers me back to a time that I need to remember, and wherever it is that it triggers me to, I understand, I understand that that's the area that needs healing. And it began from there, many years ago. You understand? Just had the vision of my grandson sitting on my lap, older in age though, but nevertheless, you understand? So it says to bring into balance music, and that's what I do. I write music. Now sometimes I have to question myself because I see my kids roll their eyes and them things there, and you're always going to get an honest answer from the innocent. You understand? And they will roll their eyes. And I remember around about the same time, about 4 years ago, when I was in the car, I then wrote the song. Also, there was around the same time there was another song I wrote called Britwa. I was in a low vibration. I just, you're just angry. You don't physically, you just feel it inside, so you just let it out. You don't always need to respond physically. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So the song was me would that dish you in a Britwa. And the coverage is because I got look up pastwa. Them don't know nothing about my nature. Me with that crap on them like a creature. Yeah, that was then. That was just literally, that's all I had. And I kind of come in here and I was kind of laughing and joking with my kids. And I said, trust me, Britwa, I look up British, look up swag, I look up patois. I said, that's going to touch the world. I said to them. Yeah, they rolled their eyes, they laughed, and they carried on. Like, I never said nothing, But me being me, it was a rhyme in my head, so I would always sing it. It was catchy. Just only of recently, 4 years down the line, have I finished that song now, more or less. I've got it on the PC right now, going back a week or so, where I was just sitting there one early morning for about 4 hours, just playing around with the lyrics and building onto what I just sang or what I just DJ'd. and I want to release it out so much, but since then more's come. With what? Let me tell you. Listen. Oh, look at that. I'm asking about the message of concern. I said, tell me more about this message of concern. Look how come out, jealousy. People will envy you because of your nature. Because of your nature. What's that song I got there? And it says, me would have never walk unless me pick me them. For love no money, not even a friend. Not if no but, not even free when. Me say enough of them and out there, me say them weak to them bend. And women too. But that's just from my point of view. Me say enough of them and out there, me say them weak to them bend. Let them be able mother for work and defend. Don't even know if them a crepe or clothing. You understand? I said, what's that part there? I said, me tell the whole of them say me am out. Me tell the whole of them say me am. Me tell the whole of them say me am more man than them. More man than men. You understand? And people see that and want to break that nature within me, but it's impossible to break a nature that's embedded in me. It's within my DNA. Listen back to the other song I've got. Me is again, me would have built a foundation from the bottom to the top. Listen, my voice. I want to press pause yet. Oh. Listen, what I just did there, I had to edit it a bit because bare of my old tunes was coming to me. Like one for an example, and it says, I would never walk unless my pick me them. Me would I never walk unless me pick me them. You understand? For love no money, not even a friend. Not if no but, not even for when. Me say enough of them man out there, me say them weak to them bend. And then I had to pause. Because women too. Enough of them out there, me say them weak to them bend. Let them be able mother for work and defend. Don't even know if them have crepe or clothing. You understand? More to it. I finished that song as well last year. I've got around 7, maybe even 8 now with this new one. And all of it are downloads. Before I even knew that I was channeling, right now my ears are ringing. Before I even knew I was channeling, this card that came out here, jealousy, fell over the thief and the false person. Somebody is now in regret to that emotion that they were feeling towards you, that toxicity, that's that vulture energy. But look how their heart, look at the greenness to them. Look at the difference in the colors of green and to where you are. That's a stillness, that's a still. I'm hearing stalemate. Someone's caught up in their own bullshit. I heard you could have said it nicer than that. Bogus then. You understand? Someone's caught up in it. Look at the stillness. That's where they're at right now, within their completion, in regret about the jealousy that they were carrying within their heart, pure heart. The Most High sees all. The Most High don't like ugly. It's time now for healing, because by now we know better. By now we know better. Tell me more. What else did he say? I was looking at this card tonight, accepting the bullshit. It fell on the 10 of Wands. Accepting all of the BS. Releasing it and letting it go. You understand? Releasing it and letting it go. It's not your shame to carry. I'm hearing the other saying now, also in my cards. What is it again? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. 3 times, let me tell you. And let me tell you this, yeah. I always say 3 strikes and I'm out. 3 strikes and I'm out. It could take over 20 years. Within that 20 years, 3 strikes and then I'm out. But for some, I gave 4. For some, I gave 4. I accepted some bullshit. I accepted some bullshit. But it fell on the 10 of Wands in the reverse. I'm releasing all of that acceptance no more. There's no room to accept the bullshit no more, because I'm coming out of that energy. I'm coming out of that energy of those kind of people and that kind of level of jealousy, that unnecessary level of jealousy. And I'm moving into the more brighter new beginning. You understand? Brand new, restored. You understand that mystical energy? Forever grateful. Forever grateful. Tell me about the energy here of the nightingale. Letting go. Letting go, being broken open and accepting the uncaging that's taking place right now. And I release that through music. My passion is writing. My passion is writing. My book and my automatic writing is my passion. You understand? But I realize there's many ways of writing, and I also can write like music and pull it out there in the way I do. A DJ it. Like I ain't got a singing voice. I haven't at all, and I wouldn't even lie to myself nor pretend. But I just do my thing, you know. And it's a form of, it makes me feel good within myself. Like, yeah, especially when I pull it all together. Every single one of my songs is a relation to a download I've received. Tell me about this energy of jealousy. Why are these people jealous? Of pure nature. It's not even material jealousy that these people are. They're not jealous of you materialistically, or maybe they are. Who knows? It's your nature, it's your spirit, it's your aura, it's your strength and determination to decipher through all of the BS and still be that little Red Riding Hood warrior. Look at that. Am I lying? It says challenging. How do you accept and get through? How do you move through all of the BS? Because I do. I don't dwell in it. I understand what a tower moment's for. I understand that shit happens. And I understand that tower moments happen for a reason. The tower moments happen in order for a foundation to be rebuilt. We're not born with the wisdom that we have right now, or at least if we are, we can't put it into action. Because why? We've got to learn to crawl before we walk, and we've got to learn to walk before we run. You understand? This is a process, and in that order, breaking news reading I've done a few days back, and in that order, this is a process. We have to make these mistakes in order to come to this abundance, this life. You understand? We're going to watch our next generation, our children, go through very similar, but depending on what it is that we show them as their guardians, you understand, going forward, that's what it's all going to depend on. In what they do, it depends on what we show them, just like it depended on what we saw and what we did. You understand? This isn't a straightforward, plain as day, and you can see the cards shuffling for themselves. If this isn't plain as day, and this is something I've always known, but because I accepted it with a smile and my dimple showing, you understand? Look at that. Spiritual sensuality, sensitivity, sorry. You understand? Like I said, I always knew. Don't ever get it twisted, but I just allowed people to use me as their stepping stone for whatever reason. Individually, I mean, there was individuality, whether it was that it made you look like a warrioress or a warrior in the eyes of others. I don't know, it's just my way of thinking, I guess. But in the process, you don't use my energy against me. That's ridiculous. Don't do that, because I see you. And I'm not going to be there forever. I might be there in body, but in spirit and soul, you're not part of my tribe. You're not part of my soul tribe. You're not part of where it is that the Most High wants me to be, and the messages that I have to put out there. We're not on the same frequency for some, but those that I am on the same frequency as, I understand how the Most High brought them back into my life in some way, shape or form. You understand what I'm saying? This is a process. I'm seeing rest. This is a time now I'm just resting. I've put in the work I need to right now, and now it's time for me to take it easy, because I'm going to risk burnout otherwise. I'm too excited. So I just doing everything right now, but now it's time for me to rest and look back and appreciate and be grateful for all that the Most High has brought in for me. All that the Most High has brought in for me. I'm truly grateful. Truly grateful. I'm hearing that somebody has taken out things in somebody's name because they were binded in a legal document, so they were able to use your name. But someone's coming to confess. I feel like that's a message for some. That's very specific. I mean, if that's a message for me, I'm very unaware. So that's a very specific message I'm picking up there. I just know this is going to be a long reading. I just know it's just going to be broken down, because somebody needs to hear this. And if somebody doesn't need to hear this, then there's something within this reading that I need to hear. Let me see. I'm going to go back to that energy that I was channeling in the first half of the reading. There's an energy I feel that's coming back towards you, this vulture energy. Tell me more, but it's an energy of an imprisonment. You'd have to go back. Tell me more about this energy of imprisonment. Page of Cups. Someone's mourning. It's like a loss. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles energy. Here's the Ten of Cups again. There you go. There's that envy energy that somebody tried to win at all costs to make a small gain for like a gamble. Someone took a gamble, someone took a chance on happiness. This is what took place in the recent past. It's coming to the light now. Somebody is realizing what they did was unjust and uncalled for. Maybe too little, too late. Too little, too late. Yeah, there. Four of Wands in the reverse. That's almost like a mini tower energy. Mini tower. I feel like that's what I pick up when I see that Four of Wands in the reverse come out. That's a home, a family home broken down through pain and hurt. Tell me more about this Three of Swords in the reverse in regards to this energy. Ace of Wands. Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. That's someone in regret that they didn't give something more of a chance, that they never put more passion into something. Tell me more about this Nine of Wands. There's the Sun. No, there's the Moon, sorry. Someone withheld secrets, held back emotions. Tell me more about this Moon energy. What was this Moon energy? This is coming out to the open about a Queen of Pentacles. That it fell over on the jealousy energy, the financial energy, the being envious of somebody, not even for financial gain, I don't feel like. Because the financial, you understand, I don't even feel like it's for financial gain. It was for the structure and the stability that you held, that you could hold, regardless of all of the BS that was taking place within me and around me. You understand? Because what was going on around me was interfering with what was going on within me. Why my intuition and everything was blocked. Why my spiritual and my destiny was blocked. Because of these let me just be nice, Earth Angel chasers. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That's me. Queen of Pentacles. I'm a Taurus. Plant. Tell me more. Someone tried to cause, I'm hearing right now, a loss, a financial loss. Tried business, independence, entrepreneur. Is trying to take away, you know when someone's trying to sweep the foundation from under your feet? Someone tried to win at all costs, that never took place. They tried to do everything in their power. That was broken down. But what's the energy of the Queen of Pentacles currently? What's the current energy of the Queen of Pentacles? What's the current energy? Hierophants in the reverse, so that's Taurus energy again. Hierophants in the reverse, the stars in the reverse, and so is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Get me? So that's re-evaluating where it is that I'm planting my seed. You understand? Re-evaluating, that's that kind of looking at it from the beginning again, looking at it from the bottom to the top. Wherever you understand that planning, that manifesting, that releasing, that vision board, re-looking at everything again due to the healing that's needed to take place through what all it was that was trying to be taken from me within this 4 of Wands energy. Tell me more about the star. Page of Wands wants to come out. Tell me more about the energy of the star in the reverse. Backups. Amazing. Backups. See it there? Healing from the heartbreak. That's the 3 of Swords that wants to come out of what took place in the past. Somebody was hoping that I would be in a stuck frame of mind, that I would find no peace, that I wouldn't find no healing within the situation, so that I couldn't grow. But this is what I'm saying. Anybody that believed that about me didn't know me from the beginning, didn't pay attention. But that's okay. Let's see about that Hierophant here. Tell me more about that quickly. Fools in the reverse. Tell me more about this fool in the reverse energy. What's the fool there in the reverse? That's making foolish decisions in unequal. See it there, that needed to end. Making foolish decisions. Taking leap of faith to people that had no good intention for my prosperity, for my highest good. None. Wanted to rather take than to give. Wanted to cause confusions and illusions, thinking that I didn't see what was going on, but the Most High did. He tapped that into me a long time ago. I was just being very hesitant, very foolish with the Fool here in the reverse. I was being very foolish, very, very foolish. But you see the Death card here? That situation had to end. I had no choice. Tell me more about the energy of this Death card. What's coming? Because with Death card, there's a transformation. See it there? Sun in the reverse. Tell me more. Victory and success. Tell me more about the Sun energy. Tell me more about the energy of the Sun. I'm hearing it is what it is, what you make it. It is what it is, what you make it. Alright, let me just take these ones. So the Fool cards here, and so is the Knight of Wands now. So there's no victory here with somebody who felt that they can come in and out and be in and out and act like a fool, basically, because this is Aries energy here. The Fool all this Aries energy. Knight of Wands is a Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Somebody who thought they can have victory over my happiness was very mistaken. Somebody who thought that they can keep me tied up and then bound in my mind so that I don't have any kind of Nine of Pentacles, that success energy, that self-independent. I'm always self-independent. I've never been so stuck in my head, in my thoughts, imprisoned in my thoughts, that I don't still do for me, myself and my family. I always do, through the good, the bad and the ugly. And that's what people hate about my nature. They hate that I can still keep on going, you understand? And I used to look into it and I used to think, but how can someone really try so hard to want to break your nature down? It didn't make sense to me. Well, it did, but outwardly I had to ask, it didn't make no sense. Even though I had nothing for nobody to be envious of, nothing more than they did anyway, you understand? But then I got to understand it's got nothing to do with the material world. It's all to do with my nature and who it is that I was destined to be. Who I was destined to be. I was never meant to be the 6 of Wands. I was never meant to be as another reader that I follow. She looks at this as the speaker card. The speaker. I was never meant to, look at that, be ordained. Look at that. The guy on the horse is putting on like a halo on this earth angel, I call it. Earth angel energy. That's what was meant to be blocked. What was the intentions? I'm asking what was the intentions, yeah? Look at that. Disgusting. I'm asking what was the intentions, yeah, of this Knight of Wands, his energy coming in and out like that. And that was to be the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Sorry, my friend was in it. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Now the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse ain't a nice person. Very unfair, very stingy, like very, how can I say, they're not doing their part as a masculine energy. Going back to the song I said. Me tell the whole of them, so me are more man than them, more man than men. You understand? I stepped into the masculine energy and done my role, because that's what I do. I'm not gonna wallow for somebody else's bad choices. I just carry on and do my role. Judge me from my role. Don't judge me from another's role, because that's their role. This Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles energy directly was coming in to not do the right thing as a King of Pentacles energy, to break somebody's confidence so that they don't get the victory and success, that true happiness, that Nine of Pentacles energy. Tell me more about it. The strength. You got the strength. Tell me more about the energy of the strength. Can't remember about the energy of the strength. You've got the strength to stand tall against these people. You understand? You've got the strength to walk away from these people. I've done this already, so this is the energy I'm talking to somebody right now. That's the 8 of Cups, or at least I'm explaining to somebody that's what's needed to happen right now. In order to gain the strength, you need to turn your back on that what's breaking you down, that's weakening you. I'm hearing pay attention on you. I'm hearing don't cry over spilt milk, but this is like spilt blood. Someone's close, the Hermit energy. This is the time now for you to go within and look at all of this. Look at the whole situation. This is the energy I'm in right now. Well, I'm in it and I'm not. You understand? I'm kind of coming out of it, because I've seen what I need to see. I've been seeing what I need to see. I see the snakes. You understand? I see them loud and clear. Tell me more about the advice from the hermit. What's the advice of the hermit here? What's the advice of the hermit? 2 of Wands. Judgment. Needing to make a judgment call. King of Wands. Needing to make a judgment call, making a decision now, looking into the situation. What's good for you and what's not? What's good for me and what's not? I've come to understand that. Tell me more about this King of Wands energy. Tower in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the obstacle energy. Tell me more about this judgment energy. See there, look, this King of Wands is caught up within their own BS. It's caught up within their own bullshit. They're going through a tower moment of their own. Judgments being called upon them with the 10 of Cups in this kind of obstacle position. Whatever the conflict was, look at this here, because these are the two cards that come out when I'm clarifying the King of Wands. Yeah, this is the 7 of Swords and this is the 5 of Wands, and we've already got the 5 of Swords out here. You understand? So there's a lot of conflict and confusion going on in the world of, look at that. Remember when I was saying got trapped in their own web? Well, look at this. This person's got trapped in their own deceit and web of lies. And they can't even see it because why they're looking back, thinking that they've got away with some bullshit. But look what's going on right here. It's like one of them bear traps. Got caught in your own BS. And the reason why the Most High has taken me out of the situation is because it's not my monkey and it's not my circus. It's got nothing to do with me. Whatever this deceit is about, yeah, and this envious heart, and whatever this tower moment is, and this judgment call, I've received my judgment, and I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. It's now time for all those that tried to cause me harm unknowingly and knowingly. It's time now for us all to reap what we sow. All to reap what we sow. And this person here, tell me more about this 7 of Swords energy. What's the 7 of Swords energy here? Tell me more about got caught up in their own tower. Imagine setting a fire, yeah, and getting locked within your own home. Oh, I know something like that what happened a few years back. Someone set a fire within the hopes to get something more, and ended up getting trapped within the home that they tried to move out of. Tell me more about the energy of the 7. Temperance could be that there's a Sagittarius energy involved, but because of this situation, this King of Wands, this Knight of Wands energy, so it came in as a Knight of Wands, very immature. Came then up as King of Wands because now you realize the BS that you created for yourself that you're getting caught in. But that was divinely guided because the Most High needed this person to see that them levels of bullshit's not called for. It's not necessary. That situation had to occur in order for someone to be humbled, in order to understand where it was that they're coming from with the 6 of Cups. And then we'll get into the 6 of Cups. Page of Wands in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse. The Magician, let me just break it down. The Magician in the reverse is someone who's a manipulator. Uses, you see like how in my energy the Magician in the upright was there because I've got a pure heart. You understand? When I manifest, I've got a pure intention. When I do my readings, every reading I come into, I explain to the Most High, you know my heart and you know my intentions. No matter how the message might come out, it might come out really triggered because that's the energy I'm picking up on. But understand, it's coming from a pure space. This person is not coming from a pure space. It's the reason why they're being caught within the middle of their own bullshit. And this is something that they've been doing generation after generation. And when I say generation, I mean past life after past life. It's the same earth angel chaser energy. No lessons are being learnt in the situation until maybe now I'm hearing with the King of Cups here. Tell me more about this energy of the King of Cups. Somebody met their match. See it there, the 10. Because of the ending of a union, it shows somebody who they truly are. And it humbled them that they need to make certain changes. Tell me more about this 10. Realized that they were planting their seeds in the wrong place. There was no growth where they were planting their seeds. There was no happiness where they were planting their seeds. Right. Wrong decision, 7 of Cups. I was asking why. They got caught up around the snake. See the snake? If a snake does that to you, it's only a matter of time before it suffocates you, smothers you, asks this too much of you, without giving nothing much in return. Wrong choices in who? I'm asking to clarify the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles came out. Card of 3 of Pentacles is the card of teamwork, collaboration, co-parenting, that kind of energy. But someone's not making the right choices. They decided to plant their seeds in the wrong place. And got caught up within a tower energy that's going to now have to humble them. You understand? Humbled. Emperor, and why are you in the reverse? You have to learn. If you want great changes, Emperor, you have to make the change. If you want great change, you have to make great changes, and you can't keep doing the same old. This is the reason why the World card's here in the reverse. Should be a time of celebration, surely, innit? But the Emperor is in the reverse, still seeking power, still seeking control, overbearing, manipulative. The Magician out in the reverse. That cycle, this world is starting all over again. It's all over again. Tell me more about the energy of the world. Page of Swords in the reverse. That's that idle gossiping, tick for tacking, spying, taking things too far. Once things are said, no taking it back kind of energy. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. What's the Page of Swords there? This Emperor. So now this is split. See it there? Deciphering through the BS. 2 of Swords is here. Needing to see things for what it really is. High Priestess that was in the reverse, needing to see things for what it really is, listening to that intuition within you instead of making idle decisions. Idle. Tell me more about the High Priestess energy in the reverse. What's the High Priestess there? Queen of Wands. Shit. Queen of Wands, 511 here. Tell me more about this energy of this High Priestess. This is knowing better about this Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. Needing to follow your intuition about this third party. When I see the Queen of Wands in the reverse in my readings, I see her as a third party energy, especially in the reverse. And I follow my intuition on where the reading's going. King of Swords. So this Leo, Aries or Sagittarius has a King of Swords, has an air sign energy around them, which has caused this Emperor to loke out, let's say. To loke out. Because he now is involved in a third party situation, possibly even a friend. With the King of Swords, boss energy, possibly even a boss energy. This person, this Sagittarius, Leo or Aries, is put this Emperor into. Tell me more about this King of Swords energy in regards to the energy. See, now this is the third party energy. This is the energy of the person you're dealing with. This person who you're dealing with, or that person, is involved with another person, third party energy, involved with a Leo, Aries or Sagittarius energy, that they never followed their intuition on. They made wrong decisions, wrong choices. They put the blindfold over their own eyes in regards to this person who they're dealing with. They knew this person had other people, but for their own personal gain, stayed within that situation, and now is decided to loke out because now maybe this person is got something to say. King of Swords is you know, it speaks truth with no regrets. That was the Five of Cups in the reverse. So there's some kind of disagreement, there's an argument that's taking place. See it there with the Two of Swords? So something's being said with no regard, no care in the world, no crying over spilt milk. Someone's loking out here. In their energy. Not your monkey, not your circus. I'm just letting you know. See it there? Not your monkey, not your circus. Why? Because you're needing to concentrate on being an empress. This could even be a wife. This could the person that I'm talking to you about could be married. Yeah. But again, not your monkey, not your circus, because you're an empress in this. I'm an. Sorry about that. The positioning and everything has probably changed. I've had to bring the camera down lower. I don't know what happened there. Just as the Empress card came out and I was explaining the Empress card, everything shut off. Unexpectedly, no explanation. So I had to use another wire and bring it lower, so yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, I was saying, still ain't forgotten, you're an Empress. And that's the nature that is being envied right now. Unbeknown to you, but known to you. With the High Priestess there. Empress energies moved away. She's made a decision for her happiness and where it is that she's wanting union. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups energy, but still very indecisive because it's neither in the upright or the reverse. And look, the lovers want to show itself to me. Change of a mind. Queen of Swords energy. Libra, Aquarius and Gemini energy. Cancerian energy wants to show. Let me just pick this up. Tell me more about this energy. Someone's needing to make a decision in this situation for their happiness and not cry over spilled milk. Someone's coming over. See, there's the Queen of Swords again, so this could be a Libra energy. Queen of Swords energy with the Empress. Someone's talking about what it is that they want for themselves, the changes that they want for themselves. This also can be your energy. With that message of concern coming in, there's also an 8 here. There's a message coming in. Movements being made towards you, but very indecisive movement. But you're in the energy of transformation. You can understand, like, anything coming towards you, or anything coming towards this person who they're dealing with, is nothing but truth and facts, structure, closure, transformation, realization. Tell me more about the energy of this Queen of Swords. Universal love, understanding the pain, the heartache is for the transformation. I feel like this is your energy, to where the card just flew and look, divine wisdom just came out. Movement within somebody's divine wisdom, someone's stability, structure. Definitely your energy. Grounded, or a need to be more grounded. Tell me more about the energy of this 3 of Cups. Recharge. And that's with the Hermit, so it's a time now. Again, one of the cards came out saying spend time with friends, celebrate. You understand? I feel like I'm closing up now, but I feel like I want to go more in because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Gut feelings. There's a gut feeling that you've got, Empress. There's a gut feeling that I had, and I was correct. And I stayed true to that gut instinct. I stayed true to myself, even within all of the bullshit. And I still transformed. Look at the butterfly on top of her sword. I still transformed. I grew strong. I grew strength. I grew my wings within the situation. I had to make that choice. It was either I grew wings and strength within it, or I grew wings and strength outside of it. Sometimes the only choice is the wrong choice. Along them lines, the only choice is the wrong choice. But sometimes we have to do what we have to do. We have to follow your gut instincts. I always knew I was divinely guided and protected from the Most High, ancestors, angels. And I held on to that guilt for a long time, that I endured, for the things that I endured. And tried every day to make up for it. But when I really took a step back and looked at myself as that eagle trying to land in a safe environment for myself and my children, I looked at the situation and said to myself, Wala, I'm only going to hold the guilt for myself and heal the guilt for myself that belongs to me. Why am I holding on to someone else's guilt energy for? It's not my energy to hold on to. That's his story, not my story. That's his shame, not my shame. Fool me once, fool me twice, you understand? I learned very kind of quickly in life, or let me say, during this ascension time, that I can't expect no emperor in the reverse to change. Listen, emperor is a powerful being. In the reverse, Jesus. You understand? So therefore, you can't teach a fool to change their foolish decisions and choices that they're making for themselves. You can only try. You can only try and talk. And if they don't want to hear, the only thing you can do as an empress is make the changes for yourself that you need to make within yourself. Set your boundaries, set it high like a dove. Anything after that's a blessing from above. You understand? And I learned that. And you see, as soon as I started moving to that beat or that tune, the wicked had to start to fall away, one by one. One by one. One by one, because they then realized that, shit, she saw us. Yes, I did. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. Honestly, to those that resonate with that energy. But for me, I was always grounded. I was always connected. But for those who never knew, you just never knew. Intuitive communication. Over on the Queen of Swords, of course. This Queen of Swords, I'm tapping into a few different energies, because one minute I feel like it's the person who this Emperor in the reverse is dealing with, and then next minute I feel like it's a part of your energy, where you're in this Queen of Swords energy. I'm in this Queen of Swords energy, I'm sure of that, but I feel like I'm talking else to somebody else as well. Somebody else is going to gain divine wisdom, or has gained divine wisdom. I remember how I got my name for my channel, Empress Earth Wisdom, because I'm an Empress and I've been through some earthly quantum leaps, shimmers of life. I've never, I've heard some stories and I think to myself, you get me? Because I don't like to compare it, but then I look at my situation and I think, wow, but my situation's mediocre. But it's not mediocre. It's not mediocre for me at all, because that's what I had to break down and rebuild. That was my tower moment. That's what made me who I am, and trust me, it's not a nice energy. And I'm not just talking about over the last 12 years. I'm talking about over the last, we're talking what, 32 plus years. Come on, that's a long time. Like, there's certain things that some children and some people should never have to endure. But what I've learned to do is understand why I've had to endure, why I persevered. I had to learn a lot about myself in order to understand the whys of me. The who, the what, the why, the when, the how. I took my good old time in my hermit energy and I deciphered it. Still going through it, but now I feel like I'm at this end. I'm at the end, and this is where that new beginning is coming in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to press pause and clear this up. I feel like I want to clear the energy for some reason, so let me go with the energy I'm feeling. Okay, I'm back. I have to pause, come back again. So I cleared it down. Like I do, I leave out the energies that I'm drawn to the most, so I kind of stripped it right back down to the beginning. Yeah, and I left out these cards because these cards kind of stuck out to me again. So this is the Magician. This was my energy and the energy for anyone that's resonating with this part of the reading. The Sun card also was the same energy. Alright, let me put it here right now. So I'm just gonna lay the cards as I'm guided to lay them. This is the card that troubled me, jealousy. This was the energy of the vulture and the energies outside of you that you were having to deal with, that was coming towards you in this swan energy. Yeah? Challenging. Spiritual personal growth. Spiritual sensitivity. 23. I'm born on the 23rd. You understand? So I was born in this energy. I was born as an empath. I was born a high priestess. I was born an alchemist. That's who I was born. Life was just teaching me what I needed to know in order that when I become this alchemist energy, that I recognize some things that I need to recognize. You understand? That I can accept certain things, but at the same time this card come out because I had to learn not to accept certain things from this third party energy set of people, this vulture energy, to take this pain and turn it into music is what I did. In one of the songs I got, and it says, me write my music to release negativity and a whole heap of deceit. You understand? That's all I write it for, but trust me, I write it to let go. To let go. That's the nightingale energy. Card number 3. Now is the time to let go. Going back to the reading, the other video, I don't know how much this is going to be broken into. It's a long reading and I never intended it to, but you know, when I do a personal reading for myself, it always kind of ends up like this. Even with my other ones, it might have ended there on YouTube, but it continued. You understand? For me, I continue afterwards, and it can go on and go on until I see that I need to stop. But for me, this is the energy for me. Let me just put this here. Swan energy. This is the energy that I'm in. This is the energy of maturity, independent, self-sufficient. That's that 9 of Pentacles energy. Some people might even want to misunderstand it as ego or arrogance. It's not that. It's survival. It's looking at myself in the mirror and loving everything about me. Mind, body, spirit, everything. Because of the things that I've endured in order for this new beginning. I see that light at the end of my tunnel now. Whereas at one point, I knew it was there, but I just couldn't see it. I hadn't unlocked that key yet. But see it here? Something's uncaging. Something's uncaging. Whatever, like this is the Tower card. The Tower moving to the star. So whatever the Tower is what it's meant to happen, divinely guided, bringing healing. In order for something to be rebuilt back. Whatever this is now coming into me now, it couldn't happen for me back then. Because of the things that I was accepting, the choices that I was making. It would have crumbled just like that. But I had to think, I had to sit down and think and do what I needed to do within the means I was in, if that makes sense. And that's what I did. I knew I had to do this in stages and in that order, that I had to walk away from people, places and things in order for this victory. I'm an oracle. That's one of the readings I did, another personal reading I did some time back, close to Christmas. I am an oracle. I began to understand what my destiny was and what my gift is. I'm a wounded healer who's highly observant and highly empathic, very intuitive. This is the energy of the other person now, the third party person in your life, the other person who you're thinking about or who this reading is going to resonate with. Could be an air energy, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, but nevertheless it was somebody who was very idle towards you, very immature, always got something to say, listening to idle gossip, and got idle gossip to say on you, trying to block your victory, trying to block your success, trying to keep you bounded. The Devil card also came out in the reading, but again I cleared it up. But this is the energy. This is the energy here. This Emperor in the reverse, Aries energy. It put you into a third party situation that you probably had no clue to. But this Emperor in the reverse was in a third party situation themselves, that they thought that they were going to keep hidden from you by lying and deception. But what happened here is that, look, there's the 2 swords behind him. There's the fight that's going on. He thought he was going to leave somebody in a state of confusion. And stagnation. But the thing what's happened is that this Emperor has got caught in his own trap, in his own web, which caused a Tower moment for him. This is the Tower moment that's here. It came out in the last reading. Because he never took wisdom, counsel, or he never followed his own intuition on something. He still wanted to win at all costs. Even though the choices that was made was wrong choices because there's a snake wrapped around, well and truly wrapped around the waist. Yeah, so that's the energy of so far. Let me find out about this Maya energy. Help for people, spiritual personal growth. The right people at the right time. It's gonna come through. They have for me, definitely, 100%. Hold on, this card, let me show. Improving health, and the situation will improve. Tell me more about this energy of mine. Help for people. It's up to you. It's up to you whether you accept the help and guidance that you need in order to continue going forward. Yeah, I know I've listen, the things that I've gone through and overcome and endured in silence, but there's only some things that you can do. You understand that side of it? Yes, you see where I am right now. I've got no pride to ask for help and for guidance in the things that I'm needing help in, because anything I put my mind to, I master. It's just my nature. But I also know that we learn also through others. And where I am right now, why? You mean if I don't need guidance? We all need guidance. I mean, know about the energy of this 5 of swords. What's the overall outcome of this 5 of swords energy? This is somebody who's wanting to win at all costs against you. It says, if you believe, and romance. So this is the energy I'm feeling. This is not my energy, but this is the energy of somebody who's in a kind of indecisive, contemplative mood, energy, in regards to this person who's sneaky dangerous. Someone's contemplating. This is not my energy, so like I said, I'm picking up this energy for somebody else, this part here. Tell me more about this thing. I'm not going to take all of them, but I will read them. It says, no, remain positive and ask others for help. So no, I feel like somebody shouldn't have taken or received their help that they took from somebody, because now they're going to get caught in their own way, in their own lie. Because I was asking to clarify the 7 of swords. I'll try and get some more room on this. Reconsider, forgiveness, no again, be assertive, in the reverse. Someone went against their intuition. Even when they knew they shouldn't, they still insisted to do whatever it took to win at all costs and leave somebody in a state of confusion, illusion. Tell me more about the energy of this 7 of swords. Take action and compromise. That's put one card because I'm reaching to the end, so I know that's the time to stop, but I want to clarify one other, or two others, sorry. Tell me more about the energy of Seven of Swords in regards to this energy I'm seeing here. So we've got recovery. So 1 minute, my door's knocking.